All right, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to look at Andrew Wilson on TikTok, TikTok invasion or whatever they do. And this one, he's got a liberal freaking out about facts. So, let's just get right into it, see how it goes. Let's just, check it out.
You, Andrew Wilson? People keep asking.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a reason you're on like an alt account?
Well, yeah, I tend to use them a lot because people get terrified by seeing me in the chat for some reason. So they don't often let me up. Even though I tend to have nothing but respectful conversations with people, I think just the name can be somewhat terrifying for people. It seems like that's how they react for some reason.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. So.
All right. So I know you're not a liberal.
Uh-huh.
You want to give me your reasoning?
Well, first, let's get into what do you consider a liberal to be?
So I'm using like a modern context that most people are probably going to understand as a liberal being somebody who's pro free speech, pro freedom of press, somebody who believes in healthcare, like
not pro
option,
not pro
somebody who believes in. In general, I think most liberals are mixed on the Second Amendment. I'm more pro Second Amendment than the average liberal, but I think in general, liberals are a little bit mixed on the Second Amendment.
So the only thing that distinguishes to you between a liberal and a conservative is the value set of the first 10 amendments? Or is there more to it than that?
I was in the middle of talking. I'm still going. So like having some type of...
You can tell he's already pissed off for no reason. I mean, Andrew the dude was done with his sentence. He had a pause at the end. This is not going to go well.
Robust welfare state or social services for people if they're, hurting, lacking, meaning like, welfare for poor, less fortunate people. Free school lunches seems to be an issue that conservative have almost entirely abandoned, that Democrats are really trying to keep around. Free reduced education as well, namely in college, seems to be under debate and under threat. And yeah, there's more, but that's the beginning.
Okay, well, you've told me a bit about the things I think you're for or against. I'm not so sure that has given me a very good purview of what a liberal is in your sense, but I'm willing to just engage with what you've said so far. So the kind of the threshold difference that we're looking at, you've talked about the constitutional amendments, first 10 of them specifically, and then some social safety net programs. What about social issues themselves? Where do you think that liberals fall on social issues? That's going to be like pro LGBT.
Yeah, a lot of liberals are going to be pro. Sure, yeah.
Also pro.
Yep, generally.
Okay, so the big threshold here that's going to be a delineation then is going to be that a lot of conservatives follow religious rigorism, and due to that, they can't really be liberals unless it's going to somehow conflict with their faith, right?
Well, I think their current state of conservatism conflicts with their faith. I think their total abandonment of the poor.
Well, that's not the question I asked you, though.
Conflict with their faith.
Yeah, but
the argument is your argument is that there can't be a liberal because it conflicts with their faith.
There was no argument. I haven't made an argument that I haven't made.
Okay, your statement was that it conflicts with.
No, that's not my statement.
Because,
I'm asking you a question.
Okay, I'm asking you a question. This is not true. You made this statement.
No, I asked you a question. I asked you a question.
Why are you freaking out?
Nobody's freaking out. I just want you to engage with what I'm saying.
Take a smoke.
Can you engage with what I'm saying? Stop doing red herring. Just engage with what I'm saying.
Relax.
Are you gonna? So you're not gonna engage with what I'm saying?
No, I was engaging with what you said. You were talking about how conservatives apply to a rigorous form of their religion or religious base or conservative.
No, I'm asking you a question.
And that relax.
And I just asked the question.
I'm responding to no, dude. I don't know why you're like freaking out already. Did you were you in the queue?
Because you're not.
You just got really upset at a previous caller.
Actually engaging.
Bro, this is not working. You're just gonna go to
This dude is absolutely freaking out. He's acting like this because he's running. Truth be told, this guy's running already. I mean, he does not want these clowns, these liberals do not want to defend their philosophy, their views, their anything because they're not grounded in anything except emotion. And Andrew's just trying to get this dude to actually state exactly what a liberal is, and he hasn't done that. They've basically been going back and forth. A matter of fact, Andrew's been telling him what they're all about, what they're that, and there's a difference between the two, the liberal and the conservative or Republican or whatever. Andrew's answered the question more than he has.
9 out of
That
10
freaking
again.
out. Why do you keep saying freaking out? I just
Because
want
you're
you to
like raising your voice and you're like
just want you
you're
to
talking over
engage
them.
with what's being said. So do you
I
think
am engaging
do you
with what's
think
being
that
said.
that
You said
rigorism, that Christian rigorism would conflict then with what you consider liberal ideology to be, considering that some of these core tenets you're talking about are against their actual value structure? That's the question. I'm not asking for some trail off bizarre
some, it's
hyperbolic
not a
nonsense.
trail off
I
or
want you to
bizarre.
engage with the question.
Okay, so for that specific statement about whether or not it would conflict with liberal values, in some ways, yes. However, it would also conflict with conservative values because the conservative main points for the last good bit, especially under MAGA and Donald Trump, has been to totally abandon people who are less fortunate, people who have less resources, the sick, the elderly, cutting Medicaid, cutting Social Security, and cutting welfare programs. This is deeply anti-Christian.
None of those
Deeply
none of those
anti-Christian.
things
One
are
of the least Christian.
yeah,
things that you could
none of those things are anti-Christian. Can you point out
really
any way in
nowhere
which
in
they are?
Christianity does it say to
That the
feed
government has to give
like
you
homeless
social benefits?
people, feed poor people?
Yeah, that
Nowhere does it
there's
say that.
nowhere in the Bible anywhere that says the government has to give social safety nets via taxation.
No,
Nowhere.
not
That's an absolute fact. And if this dude tries to argue Andrew's wrong here, he's going to lose massively. Just it's crazy. It's crazy how these people try to use the Bible and the government together when they're two different things.
the government that you, that as a good Christian, that you should practice feeding and
We already
caring
do that.
for the
Christians
less.
already do that far more than liberals do. Far
Yep.
more.
Okay, so why don't they do it? Why don't they put their money where their mouth is and actually
They
do it
already
when
do.
it comes to feeding the people through the government?
They already do. You see what I mean? How you just made a conflationary problem there? So now you're saying that the government, once again, Christians must support the government doing this. There's nothing biblical about that. That's just totally made up. You're just making it up as you go.
No, it's a very basic idea. If I'm a Christian and I believe that people who are poor, people who are sick, people who are elderly should get fed, then I are fed, housed, whatever.
That's what
then
the
I
church is
should
for, dude.
advocate for programs. That's when then I should advocate for programs to be able to do that.
No,
I don't understand what this guy's saying. I mean, I understand what he's saying a little bit, but well, like Andrew said, this churches already do this. This is matter of fact, right down the road from where I'm sitting right now. It'll take you 5 minutes to get there. There's a church there that has a free clinic. You can go get medications and get checkups and all kind of stuff. They also have a huge pantry where they feed the people. And I mean, you can go out there and get free food. They have where they have a program where they help people that do not have housing. They get them in houses. Or they also have a program where if you're an elderly person and you need help with stuff around your house, that a group of men will show up and fix whatever your problems are. Call the government and do that. Not going to happen. So Andrew's right. These things are already implemented. Every church I know around here, which is probably 30 in this area, will literally go out and help you, where you can't do that just with the government.
no, that's just you're just making things up, right? This is the concept here is that you do those things through the church, not through the compellence of force of the state. That's not biblical. You're just making it up. That's one. And two, The reason that you
The
note
church
that
is
so
failing.
many
Their inability to do that. They're failing millions.
they're doing it way better than you guys do in private charity. It's not even close. Not even close.
If that was the case, then why is there still so many millions of people who are hungry or
There aren't.
less than housed
There
or have
aren't.
difficulty?
This is the most obese
You don't think
nation.
there's millions?
Listen, this is the most obese
You don't think there's
nation on
millions?
planet
You don't
Earth.
think there's millions of? You don't think that there's millions of people who are food insecure or housing insecure? You don't believe that in America?
There's a difference between you saying that people might have worries versus you saying that they're actually starving. They're not. They're not starving. Yeah, I'll tell you
I
what.
never said.
If there's
When
a
did I use the
person
word
here,
starving?
if there's a person
When did I
here
use the
who
word
needs to
starving,
know,
Andrew? Andrew, when
yeah.
did I use the word starving?
Okay, going hungry. Who's going hungry, dude? If somebody's going hungry right
There's-
now, I'll send him a meal right now. Give me a name.
Okay, there's a lot. I imagine that you
Give
can
me
go
a
down-
name.
dude. You can literally go down to a local homeless shelter right now or a food bank, and there's plenty of
You
people
mean
who
the
are
ones
lining
that are
up
all run
that
by
would love
Christians?
that.
The ones run by Christians? Those are,
Um,
yeah, they're
you
almost
think
always
every
run
single
by
food
Christians.
bank is run by Christians?
Most of them, yes.
Oh,
Most of 'em are.
almost always run by.
Yeah.
The more efficient way, the way that has been helping millions of people to be able to get their needs met, has been the government. Social Security has been a massive benefit for like older people who have had extenuating circumstances that prevent them from being able to afford
Nobody's
housing
taking
or
away
food
Social
or
Security.
the various things.
Nobody's taking away
That's not
Social
true. The
Security.
Republicans have
Oh, show me where. When one time they've taken away Social Security. Go ahead.
through Medicaid.
And that's no, they haven't taken away Medicaid either.
What do you mean? They made cuts. They made a massive cut. Have you
Okay,
not
let's-
like?
Let's
Have you
yeah,
not been
let's-
in the
wait,
news?
wait, I'm sorry. What cut did they make to Medicaid?
The taking a bunch of people off, like millions of people off
Ooh,
of Medicaid and
They didn't
making
take anybody off Medicaid. Who got taken off Medicaid? Show me.
What are you talking about? The requirements for Medicaid changed, and there was over what was it, 1.4
wait,
million people
wait a
who were
second.
cut off.
The requirements changed, but Medicaid itself didn't go away.
A part
Absolute fact. This is where emotion gets into this instead of logical thinking. They just, the Republicans took all this from them. No, they didn't. There's requirements. There should be requirements. I mean, if you can't do the requirements, I'm sure there's a system in play where you're not under the same standard if you're disabled or too old or whatever. But if you're a able-bodied person that can go out and get a job or whatever, the Republicans are just asking for you to put forth an effort, not just sit at home, collect a check, and say screw America. They're not taking away Medicaid. These people are crazy. Not one time.
of Medicaid is people getting cut off who no longer meet the criteria. Do you effectively have Medicaid in your country if your criteria prevents
wait a
everybody
second,
in the
that's
country
really
from
weird.
having it?
So
So, like,
criteria.
what a weird pivot.
Should there be
do-
criteria to Medicaid? Should there even be any?
Yeah. I
Oh,
feel should be
okay.
a
Well, then
criteria.
what is your
What an
issue
idiot.
here? What is your problem then?
Is that the criteria that they changed it to cut people
From
off of
what to
Medicaid?
what? From what to what? What criteria do you think they changed that's so horrible to you that it's against Christian ethics, dude? What?
I mean, they cut off over 1 million people that are, I believe, in I forget specifically the age range, but there are people who are unemployed, who haven't been working, that would be cut off from Medicaid that were otherwise
Do you
able
understand?
to
You're not giving me.
previously.
You're not actually giving me anything here. You're not telling me what they changed it from to and who actually got cut off and why. You're not actually.
There were
giving me qualifiers.
individuals. What do you specifically want?
I'm asking you,
Like,
what is, if
specifically
you
looking
and I agree there needs to be criteria, what is this criteria that was then changed that you disagree with so much? What is the actual problem here? What?
The problem is that there's individuals who are unemployed who no longer have access to it as a result of a change that was made under the big beautiful
Yeah,
bill.
what was it? What was this change?
This is the problem with liberals. They got too many speaking points, not enough facts. And this is why this dude's crashed out earlier. He didn't want to get in this deep. And you can tell he's lost now. He can't answer any questions right now that Andrew has. He can't answer them because he doesn't know, because all of his viewpoints are speaking points that they've picked up off of CNN or some bullshit.
What was it?
The change was that the change was that individuals
You
who
don't
are
know.
unemployed
You don't know
who
what
are
the change
in
was
their-
to you. Just say, I don't know what the change was. You can
what
look
do
it
you
up.
what do you like? What do you No, I'm sorry. More specific?
What was the change in criteria? What was it actually?
It's that individuals who had a job, who were unemployed and could seek employment, those individuals no longer qualified for Medicaid.
All of them?
The individuals who are able-bodied and would otherwise be able to do it, yeah, they're no longer qualified for Medicaid.
Show me the policy. What's the policy called? I'll pull it up right now because this is
the big beautiful bill.
The big beautiful bill did not kick off people from Medicaid unless you were engaged in fraud, dude. It was fraud that they were after. Do you understand that?
No.
Yes. Well, then show me. Show me specifically what you're talking about then. Show me.
The one big
Before he shows his non-fact, that's actually true, that the government didn't cut anybody off except for people committing fraud. Period. And if you got caught committing fraud, then they come after you. I mean, and cut you off from your free gifts.
beautiful bill creates a new administrative requirement and conditions on eligibility, including work requirements for patients seeking to enroll or maintain Medicaid coverage.
Okay. And keep going.
That's it.
Dude, there's going to be a huge amount of criteria that is engaged with what that means, though. You realize that?
Wait, are your statement is this didn't happen?
No, my statement was what's the criteria that you're actually disagreeing with?
No, you said several times that the big beautiful bill did not restrict people's access to Medicaid.
No, I'm saying that it did.
You said it did not happen.
No. Don't put words.
Yes, you
in my
did.
mouth.
You literally
I said
just did
specifically,
prior to me.
What's the criteria you're
There's no
disagreeing
way
with?
you're trying it.
What's the criteria you're
Wait,
disagreeing
trying
with?
it.
Are you going to answer the question? What's the criteria here you disagree with in actuality? What?
Literally this, including the work requirements.
So you don't think that wait, that doesn't give me any information though on what the criteria is. What work requirements?
Okay, I don't know. Your brain is broken, man. I'm literally reading it for you. You said multiple times.
He didn't read it. He read there was work requirements. He's not telling Andrew the work requirements that he has a problem with, because he can't.
Times that they did not remove people's access to Medicaid. You said that several times. You're trying for some reason, think you're going to get away with it, get jutsu, and that we didn't restrict it. We did.
You agree with me that there needs to be criteria for Medicaid, right?
Yes.
So what you're saying is I disagree with what this criteria was that you claim is kicking people off.
I disagree with the change to the criteria that cut people off.
Then tell me specifically what that criteria was. You're not actually doing that.
The work requirements.
What work requirements?
You claimed that there was no change. You claimed that nobody got kicked off.
Work requirements. What are they?
What do you, the amount of work that you need?
Yes, what?
I'm just talking about a work requirement in general. I'm talking about these work requirements. I believe it's 20 hours.
So you don't think that
20 hours a week?
Wait a second. So for Medicaid, you have to work 20 hours a week. Just want to make sure we're clear here.
I believe so.
In order to, so you think that if you're drawing Social Security and you have Medicaid, you have to work 20 hours a week to get Medicaid?
For able-bodied individuals, yes.
I don't think that that's accurate at all. Can you demonstrate that for me?
No, he can't.
What? No. Can you provide me any evidence that they didn't make a change to Medicaid? You made the claim they didn't change Medicaid.
You provide asking you a question.
You did. You literally did.
Question. You said right now.
You're asking me for what? The statutes inside of the bill? No.
I'm just asking you to demonstrate that right now, right this second, in order to be on Medicaid.
What?
In order to be on Medicaid, you have to work 20 hours a week.
What would I demonstrate that with? What would I demonstrate that with?
Evidence?
That's hilarious. What would I demonstrate that with? How about some evidence? So once again, these people, liberals, can freak out, never answer questions. They have these silly talking points. They never have evidence to back up what they're saying. They're constantly making these stupid remarks. And when they get cornered, they try to be evasive and get away from the actual answering the question. So once again, Andrew goes in and destroys these liberals, and they just can't find their way out of it. It's amazing. Over and over and over, he keeps destroying these clowns. I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time, see ya.